It's Kevin Knox with New York Knicks, and you're watching the MadGood Knicks show.
Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Stock Watch. This is the MadGood Knicks show you're watching. If you don't know how this works, we pick 3 players that we want to buy, hold, and sell, just like in the stock market, and we tell you why. So for me, I'm buying KNOX. Man, that kid just keeps improving from game to game. Even when his shot is not falling, he's bringing in the effort. He's getting more emotional out there. I see him becoming more psyched up to play the game, looking more confident week to week. So if he were a stock, I just keep on buying because I'm getting rich week to week. Now I'm selling Frank. Again, I'm not trading him. Hold your horses. Don't worry. I love Frank. I support the guy. I want him on the team. But I'm selling him because his post Fizdale benching, his improvement was short-lived. It didn't endure. He had that one great game, and then his shot is back to kind of not being so great. So I just want to see a little more out of him still. And as far as holding, I'm holding Dotson. He was out of the lineup a little bit there, but he played in the last game. And immediately I'm like, oh yeah, I'm so glad we have this guy. I want to see him in the rotation more. I think he should be more of a piece that we see regularly on the floor for the Knicks. So that's my buy, sell, and hold. Thank you for watching Stock Watch.
What up, guys? Your boy TK here for another Stock Watch. Today I am buying Emmanuel Mudiay. He's looking like the point guard of the future, at least for now. Things have been really improving on his end. He's been a moderate, not even moderate. He's been a consistent threat from the point guard position, which we haven't had in quite some time. So I'm really enjoying seeing that. I'm also going to buy my man Kevin Knox. I always say this, but he is playing really well at this point, and I think he's only going to get better with more consistent minutes. And as long as he keeps starting, look for his numbers to continue to improve. And I am going to hold. Now get this, guys. I am going to hold my man Noah Vonleh. And not for any particular reason other than he's been so damn consistent. He hasn't gone up in numbers, and he hasn't dropped. There's been no dip in his game. He's been consistent throughout, and I love what he's done. His production has been, exactly what the Knicks have needed on both ends of the court. We saw him defend Giannis Antetokounmpo, and the other day we saw him do his best on Ben Simmons, which I thought was really excellent move from David Fizdale by putting our best defender on their most athletic guy. Now, doesn't that sound odd, guys? Shouldn't we be talking about Frank here? But we're not. Maybe next time. Peace.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's Steph with the Stock Watch. Starting off with the buy, I'm going to go with Emmanuel Mudiay. I think it's obvious. Incredible on the offensive end. He's keeping the defense honest, making the players around him a lot better. That's the prototypical point guard I've always yearned for on the New York Knicks. Only 22 years old, so it's really incredible. I know I first said that we kind of hired him as a role player, but he's slowly starting to develop into a player that we could potentially see in the future and can make a big impact for the team. Going on with hold, I'm going to go and hold my man Lance Thomas. We haven't heard from this guy in so long. I kind of miss him. I want to know what's going on with him. I want to know what's happening in the locker room. He's the vet, so I'm sure he's talking to a lot of these young guys. I'm sure he's putting great things in their head, especially along with Fizdale and the new organization. I'm sure he's playing a big role, but we haven't really been hearing a lot about that, so I'm going to stick with him. And selling, I'm going to have to go with Luke Kornet. For the mere fact that I kind of was expecting his summer league play to transfer to the NBA, kind of that pick and roll guy, pick and pop. He could shoot the 3, he could really defend, but he started doing that in the beginning of this season, but now it's sort of, I don't know, I think he's losing his sort of role in the place he has on the Knicks, so I'm kind of going to have to go with selling him at this point. That's all I got to do. That's all I got to say. Jesus Christ.
So this is Stock Watch. You already know, buy, sell, hold, but I'm always just buying because that's what I like to do. All right, THJ. I'm going to buy on you, man, and I'm going to buy more so in terms of the leadership aspect. Only coach knew the fact that you were actually injured, you had to take a game off and whatnot, but honestly, that proves more about your character. Would I like to see a little bit more things here and there on the court? Of course, but again, we're talking about your character here. Good stuff. I'm definitely buying on that. Mudiay. Of course, dude, everyone's buying in on Mudiay right now. I just want to see that consistency. You are already making actually career highs. We already spoke about it in a different segment in certain percentages and whatnot, but continue with the consistency. You may be the future of the New York Knicks at PG. So Last but not least, I've been selling this guy a lot, and I'm gonna have to take it back because now I'm gonna have to chip in, and I'm gonna have to put in some buying power into Luke Cornett. Luke, it was never personal. The only reason I was willing to cut your ass, it was for Alonzo Trier. We went the bigger way. He's now a wizard like Harry Potter, and now we have kept you, and we get to see the depth that we have and how you actually are stretch 4/stretch 5, which we already knew about you. But again, that depth, all about that. Again, bye, bye, bye.
All right, guys, to wrap up the stock watch here, first and foremost, Courtney Lee. I'm going to hold on to Courtney Lee. I've been liking some of his play. I think he's an important veteran presence on the court. And not for nothing, he's been such a good sport about everything. I think that he could be kind of the ideal candidate to trade away to a winning team. Don't want to see him go. He's a good friend of the show, but I like where he's at right now, so I'm going to hold on to Courtney Lee. I'm going to go ahead and buy Kevin Knox. This has been a popular player stock here, Kevin Knox. I think he's going to continue to get better, and I'm looking forward to seeing what more improvements he can make in 2019, let alone when Kristaps Porzingis actually comes back on the court.
I'll ask you about Kristaps Porzingis real quickly. What's that dynamic been between you guys? Obviously, you haven't played with each other yet, but what are you most looking forward to playing with KP when he comes back?
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to play with a guy who's going to be in the All-Star game sooner or later. So, I mean, he's a really good player, and he's a good person as well. I mean, I go to him for some questions as well, too. So, I can't wait to get him back on the court.
Finally, I'm going to go ahead and buy Emmanuel Mudiay because I think he will continue to get better and better. It's crazy to think that because literally over the last like 5-6 games, he's been averaging almost 25 points a game. Do I think that will continue? Kind of. Crazy, right? Not only that, I think his assists will also continue to go up as other players get more confidence around him. That's my picks. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section, everyone. Thanks for watching. This is the MadGood Stock Watch.